I just read an article that changed how I think about camera confidence. It's from Camille Moore, and she's a brand strategist that I follow very closely. Her frameworks actually shape my entire business. And this article proves what I've been teaching local business owners for years. Here's the big idea. Movement coaches are being hired right now to teach professionals how to look natural on camera. Not actors, not influencers, business owners, executives, and founders. People who are trained for photos, not video. And they're realizing something. You can't fake looking comfortable on camera anymore. Your customers notice. Your competitors are figuring it out. And if you keep avoiding video, you're losing business to people who just look better online, even if they're worse at the actual job. So in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna show you why you look stiff on camera and how to fix it. Not with acting classes, not with expensive equipment, with one simple method that I use at every one of my filming sessions. Let's dig in. So here's what Camille's article is about. There's a new agency called The Movement Creative, and they represent dancers and movement specialists. Their clients are models, actors, and executives who need to look natural on video. Not stiff, not posed, but natural. Because video is now the default. Instagram pushes Reels. LinkedIn wants more video. And YouTube is everywhere. And most professionals, they were trained for photos. Hold a pose, create an angle, and freeze. But video is different. Video requires movement, fluidity, presence over time. And most people don't know how to do that. So they tense up. They look mechanical. They feel fake. Sound familiar? Camille's point's this. The excuse of, I'm not a video person, doesn't work anymore. That's kind of like saying, I'm not a computer person in 1995. Your competitors are learning this skill while you're avoiding it, and it's costing you jobs. Here's why this article hit me so hard. You see, I've been following Camille for over the last year or so. I took her social media masterclass. The 4 Ps framework that she teaches, that's how I built my entire content strategy. Purpose, pillars, personality, and perception. Everything I post, every video I film, every client that I coach, it all comes back to those 4 Ps. So when Camille writes about camera confidence becoming a professional requirement, I'm gonna listen. Because she's not talking about going viral. She's talking about looking credible, looking trustworthy, and looking like someone people want to work with. And that's exactly what I help local business owners do. I run Legacy Media Group here in Newnan, Georgia. And we film video content for contractors, med spas, real estate agents, and law firms. Local service businesses who get clients from referrals, not followers. And almost every single one of them feels awkward on camera until they learn one thing. And here's what most people get wrong about camera confidence. They think it's a personality trait. You either have it or you don't. You're either a natural or you're not. That's not true. Looking stiff on camera isn't a personality issue. It's biology. Your nervous system thinks the camera's a threat. So your body tenses up, your breathing gets shallow, and your movements get mechanical. It's called the safety response, and it happens to everyone. Even people who look confident in person. Put them in front of a camera, they freeze. Their voice is gonna change. Their posture stiffens, and they overthink every single word. Not because they're bad at their job, because their body thinks they're in danger. And see, here's the thing. Your competitors are figuring this part out. They're hiring coaches. They're practicing. And they're getting comfortable, all while you're still saying, I'm just not good on camera. Let me tell you about one of my clients. She's a speech therapist here in Newnan. Great at her job. Loved by all of her clients. But she's completely invisible online. Her phone's not ringing like she wants it to. She knew she needed video, but she was a little terrified. So she booked a VIP Brain Explosion Day with me. That's where we film over 100+ pieces of content in one 3-hour session. Obviously, she showed up nervous. Hands were a little shaky. She kept apologizing before we even started. I'm gonna be so bad at this. I've never done this before. Sound familiar? And so here's what I told her. Look, you're not nervous because you're bad at this. You're nervous because your body thinks the camera is a threat. And I'm gonna help teach your nervous system that it's safe. And we spent the first 30 minutes just talking. No camera, no recording, just clarity. What makes your business different? Who do you serve best? What changes for your clients? And then we turn the camera on. I didn't ask her to perform. I asked her to talk, like she was talking to a friend. And here's what happened. By the end of the session, she was joking that she missed her calling as a news anchor because she filmed 15 videos, smiled the whole time, and felt confident. Not because she became a different person, because we taught her nervous system that it was safe. And so this is what I call the safety, trust, confidence method. A little wordy, but right now it works. And it's how I help every client go from stiff to natural on camera. It has 3 stages. First, we're gonna create safety. Not fake confidence, safety. Your body needs to know that camera isn't a threat. And here's how we do it. We start with a conversation. No recording. We're gonna breathe together, deep in, long breath out. We stand up straight, shoulders back, and feet grounded. We smile before we start talking. Look, these are small things, but they tell your nervous system that we're okay. And when your body feels safe, your voice relaxes, your movements loosen, and your words flow. Next, we build trust. Not in the camera, in your message. Most people freeze on camera because they don't know what to say, okay? So we're gonna clarify that first. What's your message? Who needs to hear it? What changes for them? When you know what you're saying, you stop overthinking. You stop trying to sound smart, and you just talk. Like you're talking to a friend. And that's when people trust you. Not because you're polished, because you're clear. Lastly, confidence finally shows up. But see, here's the thing. Confidence isn't the starting point, it's the result. You don't have to have confidence to start. You need safety, then trust, and then confidence will follow. You see, my client didn't walk in confident. She walked in a little scared. But by the end of the day, she felt like she could do this because I didn't ask her to be confident. I helped her body feel safe, and I made her message clear. That's the method. Safety, trust, confidence, in that order. And so going back to Camille's article, this is what it's really saying. Camera fluency is no longer optional. It's a professional requirement. Your customers expect to see you before they call you. Your competitors are showing up on video every single day. And if you keep avoiding it, you're losing business. Not because you're bad at your work, because you look less credible online. Look, that's the reality of it. But I come bringing good news. This is a learnable skill. You don't need to be natural. You don't need to be trained. And that's what I do at the Brain Explosion Days. We don't just film you. I coach you through the biology of camera confidence. I'm gonna help you feel safe. I'm gonna clarify your message. And I'm gonna capture it all in one session. And then you walk out with over 90 days of content. Reels, testimonials, and stories, all rooted in your real work. So if you're a local business owner in South Metro Atlanta and you relate to this, let's talk about a Brain Explosion Day for your business. One session, 3 hours, over 100 pieces of content. You're gonna walk out like my client did. Not scared, not stiff, but clear, confident, and camera ready. The link is in the description. Or just leave a comment below and tell me, what's the one thing that makes you nervous about being on camera? I'll read every comment and I'll respond. Thanks for watching.